Rafael Silva set to face Rob Emerson in a fight that will have major implications for Bellator's bantamweight division. Let's now do the numbers. Dave and Buster's brings you our tale of the tape. Eat, drink, play.
Rob Emerson coming down at 135 for this fight, his second one in Bellator at bantamweight. Rafael Silva once again over the 135-pound limit, a second time in a row.
Once again, Michael Williams.
Live on Spike, Bellator MMA, along with Pachanga Resort and Casino. Experience it all. Now, present 3 5-minute rounds in the bantamweight division, brought to you by AttackPoker.com, the official online gaming partner of Bellator, where free-to-play online gaming meets MMA. And now, introducing the red corner first at 5'8", weighing in 137.6 pounds. Impressive as a professional, 21 victories, only 4 losses. Fighting out of Camboriú, Santa Catarina, Brazil, Rafael Mosigo Silva. And across the cage, his opponent tonight fighting out of the blue corner at 5'8", weighing in 134.9 pounds. The veteran stands tonight with 17 professional victories and 10 defeats. Fighting out of Dana Point, California, introducing the bantamweight bruiser, Rob Emerson. In charge of the action, your referee, Michael Bell.
Rob Emerson made his pro MMA debut June 2002 and gained a reputation, Jimmy, as anytime, anywhere, any weight class.
Problem is he paid the price at 55, 12 and 10. Below that, undefeated at feather, undefeated at bantam.
First round, you ready, Rafael? You ready, Rob? Fight!
Round number 1. Tonight's fight clock is brought to you by the official beer of Bellator, Miller Lite, back in its original look.
Rob Emerson is one of those guys everyone you talk to who's trained with him will tell you he's a beast in the gym, has all the physical tools. They can't figure out why he's not an undefeated world champion. He said, I'm a champion from the neck down, has to put everything together mentally to be successful.
The Brazilian Rafael Silva is in the white trunks. Rob Emerson, fighting in his native California, is in the black and silver trunks. Straight left hand from Silva. Right from Emerson. Oh, hit right hand by Silva.
Beautiful shot. Emerson does have ground skills, but he is rocked.
Emerson now finding half guard. Download the new Spike app and watch all of your favorite shows, as well as some of Bellator's biggest names and best fights, anytime, anywhere, for free.
Rafael Silva looking for that pass to the left side, looking for him to get over that knee. Good job by Emerson so far, holding that half guard.
Silva told us, Jimmy, he felt that he could not only dominate, but quickly submit Rob Emerson once this fight got to the ground. That's where we are, courtesy of a big punch rather than a takedown or a trip or a throw. Not able to dominate nor submit Emerson.
Back to full guard.
Exactly, as Emerson crosses his ankles, now opens. Emerson had been playing half guard, now to full guard.
I've rolled a lot with Rafael Silva's coach, Marcelo Brigadeiro, and you got to watch out for the unorthodox stuff, the lucha libre stuff, a lot of leg locks, foot locks. Emerson has to be careful with his feet.
Stop. Let's go. Let's get up.
The stand-up order by Michael Bell.
Ready? Fight.
Have to see who this benefits.
Lead left hook by Emerson, partially lands.
Emerson get enough time to clear his head on the ground.
Outside kick, Silva says, bring it. There's the shot and the takedown.
Beautiful timing on that double leg.
In his loss, May of this year versus Joe Warren, Silva was able to take down Warren, who was a Greco-Roman wrestling world champion.
And a freestyle, and a collegiate All-American at Michigan.
Mike the Marine Richmond on Twitter using the hashtag Bellator127. He's either fighting in Bellator or watching Bellator every single week. Good for you, Mike.
Knocked out Ed West last week, his 135-pound debut. That guy's a beast at bantamweight. Wouldn't surprise me if he got the winner of this fight.
Silva, you can see, trying to move to the back and find the rear naked choke. Emerson playing a lot of defense as he postures to his hip.
Silva showing excellent hip pressure, great tenacity.
See how tight Silva is. That was slick.
And that Joe Warren fight, Silva fought that fight with 12 days notice. He was winning that fight until the third round where he pretty much ran out of gas. I think with a full camp, he might be the interim champion.
Silva giving Emerson no space on the ground. 30 seconds now remaining round number 1. Fighting tonight at the catch weight of 138 pounds. Silva holding top position, Emerson holding half guard. We'll go to round 2.
Look at this right hand by Silva, right on the chin. Trying to follow up on the ground, but it rocked him. Look at it here. Bang. Accurate shot.
All right,
One of the problems is going down in weight.
Ready, Rafael?
You lose your ability to take a shot. But Rob Emerson still very much in this fight.
Jimmy, your round 1 scorecard?
10-9, Rafael Silva. Not only the knockdown, but very aggressive on the ground.
Next Friday night, live on Spike in our main event, you will see Bellator's reigning bantamweight world champion Eduardo Dantas look to successfully defend his title against Bellator's former featherweight world champion Joe Warren. One would think that the winner of this fight, Rafael Silva versus Rob Emerson, would very much elevate their name into title contention. Huge fight for both.
Yeah.
Stiff left jab from Silva.
It's gonna be a great title fight next week. 135 really heating up in Bellator. Like we said, Mike Richmond, he looks fantastic at bantamweight. I think both these fighters very talented.
L.C. Davis as well.
Yep.
Lot of talent.
Look at the timing on that double leg. This is a guy who never wrestled Division I, but the timing on the double leg, he catches him right at the right time, right when he's overcommitting. And the ground strikes 19-0. Wipeout for Rafael Silva.
And Jimmy, in round 1, you were talking about the differences as Michael Bell warns Rob Emerson grabbing the cage with his hand. The differences between Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Luta Livre. One difference you see with Silva is the aggressiveness in going for those takedowns.
Yeah.
Really almost freestyle wrestling-like.
Yeah. That's in a country without a very high level of wrestling, but you tell he's been working on it.
Saturday night, November 15th from San Diego, California, our main event, Tito Ortiz versus Stephan Bonner. You will also see Chandler Brooks, too, for Bellator's lightweight world title, King Mo versus Tom DeBlas. Live and free right here on Spike. Just smothering from Rafael Silva. No space for Emerson as he tries to sit up and through. See the ankle pick from Silva. Emerson, to his credit, gets back to his feet on the second attempt.
Very good scrambles by Silva.
Back elbow from Emerson.
Do not grab the fence.
And the takedown. Bell warning Emerson, don't grab the fence, as he tried to do on the way down.
That's one of those things that refs tend to pre-warn for. He did not grab the fence. He put it against the fence. He didn't grab it. It's hard to tell when they're warning somebody for doing it or telling them not to do it. Just be careful about it. It can be very confusing. Now, Rob Emerson has been doing a good job of keeping guard, not letting Silva around his guard, but hasn't had the space to get his own submission game going, hasn't had the space to pop back to his feet.
See how relentless Silva is. You see legally grinding his head forward.
Let's go, guys. Let's work.
You see that from a lot of high-level wrestlers, using that head almost as a pivot. Body head there with the right hand by Rafael Silva. Open guard from Emerson. They're playing all defense.
Work. Keep working.
Silva's turning it into a war of attrition. He's just busier, putting the pressure on Rob Emerson. Not making it a technique battle.
Stop. Let's go. Stop.
There's the stand-up order by Michael Bell.
Ready? Fight.
Rafael Silva talked about his submission game, but on the ground, he's not going for a lot of submissions. He's putting pressure on the guard and landing ground and pound. Check left hook.
Emerson told us, Jimmy, coming in, he said, I don't think Rafael Silva likes to stand and trade. I know he doesn't like to be hit, but Emerson has not been able to make it that type of fight.
Well, he likes hitting Rob Emerson. He's been able to do that so far.
Good left hand from Emerson.
Another great transition to the double leg.
Look at the athleticism, the transition, the takedown. Back on top goes Rafael Silva.
Yeah, Rafael Silva, I don't know if the punch caught him clean or just caught him off balance. But he immediately changes level and gets the double leg. Emerson could not take advantage of him being off balance.
They're slick and then they're slick.
Yeah.
Rafael Silva, through much of this fight, holding top position. Silva versus Emerson. We'll go to the third and final round.
How you doing, Rob?
Between rounds, Rob Emerson's corner telling him, you have got to knock out Rafael Silva. You have to go for broke.
Seconds out. Let's go. Peace.
Rob Emerson trying to stay undefeated below 155 pounds against that man, the Brazilian Rafael Silva, looking for his 22nd pro MMA win.
Ready. Fight.
Third and final round. Jimmy, do you agree with the assessment of Rob Emerson's corner?
Completely. 2 rounds to none. 20-18 for Rafael Silva.
To the body.
His corner saying, I want you to be aggressive. You got to get the knockdown. But the problem is when he gets aggressive, that's when Rafael Silva is so good at changing levels and using that aggression to get the takedown of his own. Just like
the level change.
Man, that's power.
Finishes the takedown. Power, technique, and tenacity, Jimmy. The world's best kickboxing returns to Spike with Glory 18. Return to Glory. Catch it live this November. Glory is so outstanding, Jimmy.
Oh, it's awesome. He's one of the best strikers in the world. Oh, caught him with that left hand.
Beautiful left hand from Emerson.
Oh, good 1-2.
See the shot, the sprawl, and on the second effort, Rafael Silva hits the takedown.
Emerson might have to sell out here, risk giving up a submission to explode back to his feet.
Still to come live on Spike Gonzalez versus Parisian at the catchweight of 173 pounds. And then our main event in the featherweight division, Wilcox versus Strauss. Again, look at the takedown, look at the control from Rafael Silva. Just trying to throw elbows from the bottom.
He is desperate to get back to his feet. Rafael Silva, though, good pressure. He's in good passing position for the half guard. That instep on top of the thigh, keeping Rob Emerson flat, controlling the arm and the head. That's how you pass. Good job, Emerson, to get back to close guard, but that's not good enough right now.
Action, Rafael. Let's go.
We haven't seen anything that's going to indicate that Rob's going to easily catch him from his back. Has hurt him on the feet, though.
Get up.
Stand up again, ordered by Michael Bell.
Ready, fight!
We'll see if Emerson now can take advantage. Emerson simply, Jimmy, has not had an answer for Silva's takedowns, nor for his top game. Outside kick lands by Emerson, firing right back at Silva. See the feint of the level change from Rafael Silva.
And it's making him bite. It's making him stop throwing punches. That's what he's trying to do, just disrupt his momentum a little bit. On my scorecard, remember, he can take a beating in this round as long as he doesn't finish him or give up a 10-8 round. Still his fight. It's a problem with fighting from behind.
Kick to the body. Emerson has landed some effective kicks, seemingly effective, but Silva has just walked stoically right through them.
Look at him, his huge legs. And also, they aren't fight-ending kicks. As long as he can keep walking, might be sore tonight, but Emerson needs to land that head kick, something to really take Silva out of this fight.
Silva eats the kick and immediately shoots and hits the takedown. 65 seconds remaining, third and final round.
Emerson has 1 minute to get back to his feet and get something done.
There you go, head down, you're up, knee in, you're up. Go, Robert, go!
Credit to Emerson, exploding back to his feet, and credit to Silva. You see kicking out the ankle.
It's almost a judo-style foot sweep he keeps using to pull him back to the ground. Don't see that very often in MMA.
Robert, he's not striking wrong, he's just trying to hold it.
Those of you who have played judo, you know you're always taught kick out the foot, kick out the ankle, and that's just what Rafael Silva did.
I'll grab the fence.
Silva looking for another takedown. There it is. Silva can see the finish line now.
That leg, Robert, can't wait. That leg right
Silva staying heavy on top. Emerson looking to sweep, Silva having none of it.
Stop.
There's the bell. Rafael Silva feels that he's done enough to claim the decision victory. We will find out when we return. And remember, still to come, our main event of the evening, Wilcox versus Strauss. Spike presents Bellator MMA. With Jimmy Smith, I'm Sean Wheelock. Rafael Silva versus Rob Emerson has gone the distance. Jimmy, your final scorecard.
29-28, Rafael Silva. I did give Rob Emerson that last third round.
Let's go to Michael Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance inside the Bellator cage, we'll go to your judges' scorecards. Your first judge, Derek Cleary, sees the fight 30-27, while judges Jackie Dinkin and Ron McCarthy both see the fight the same at 29-28. All for the winner by unanimous decision, Rafael Mosigo Silva.
A thorough and complete victory for Rafael Silva. He's the older brother of Bellator featherweight Julio Cesar. The two brothers now have a combined pro MMA record of 52-4.
Don't mess with that family.
Our attack of the night is brought to you by Attack Poker, where free-to-play meets MMA, bringing online play to life.
That right hand of Rafael Silva right on the button. Look at it here. Boom. Rob Emerson still staying in the fight, never able to get it back after that.
Rafael Silva, a tournament winner, now eyeing a world title shot.